So Gaffer, tomorrow we travel to high-flying Sutton United in the Vanarama National League. A return to Gander Green Lane, which is a ground that holds some fond memories for you as a manager.
Yeah, it's the best game that I've ever been involved in. If someone was to say, pick your best moment as a manager, I'd have to say the semi-final win in the playoffs against them a few years back. It was, immense. I have to say that. I felt that we went there with one hand tied behind our back with regards to the likes of Morgan Ferrier, Jamie Turley, Kane Smith, with Mark Ricketts having a late fitness test to get him past, and in the manner in which we've gone and won the game. It holds great memories, it holds very fond memories.
So playing against our old foes, Sutton United, and they're in great form this season, currently sitting in third in division. It's going to be a tough test on Saturday.
They're a very good team, very, very, very good team. They've got Matt Gray and Jason Goodliff that wouldn't expect any less from. They're well drilled, well organised, all know their jobs, got great experience, got great youth, and I think they've got a great blend. You look at their recent results, the likes of 0-0 draw against Torquay, the 2-0 win at Stockport. Unfortunate, obviously, to lose against Woking in last weekend in the trophy, but I think they're a very good team. Play both ways, can go into Big L, can play out to their fullbacks. They lock the box well, pick up good seconds. They're a very well-oiled team.
So you talk about Matt Gray, and obviously a couple of years ago when Doz left Gander Green Lane, there were some questions about what would happen with Sutton United. He was a great manager for them, but Matt Gray has come in and he's filled his shoes probably more so than anyone thought he would. He's put in Jason Goodliff, who's an assistant of yours at one time, and they've put a great side together, so he's done a great job. Yeah,
you look at when Doz left 18 months ago, you'd assume that obviously they'll have a downward curve, but I think his recruitment's been very good. I think he's brought in great personnel in terms of his management team. You look at Jamie Collins, who's has a massive say in terms of on the side of the pitch. That's a great bit of experience for the youngsters they have in Ben Goodliff and Louis John. You look at Milsom and Barden as two fullbacks that are progressive. Wyatt, who's a winger by trade, playing at left back. So, I think he's done a fantastic job. I think he's done brilliant. And you look at, you'd say they have home advantage of the Astro, but I've watched a lot of their games away this season. They're very competitive. They have, like I said, two ways of playing. They can press, they can sit off you. They're well drilled, they're organised. I have nothing but respect for Matt and Jason. They have a great defensive record, as you would suggest, with a Jason Goodliff side. It's going to be a tough test on Saturday, one that we're fully ready for and prepared for.
So when you look at their squad, they've got the third best goal scoring record, but goals coming from different areas. So you've got Isaac Olaafe, Harry Buteman, Omar Bugel, David Ajiboye and Craig Eastman all chipping in with 3 or 4 goals and more each. But also at the other end of the pitch, they've got the third best defensive record. So that suggests that they're doing it at both ends of the pitch.
100%. I like their shape, I like their personnel, their willingness. The kid they got on loan from Millwall is very productive. I look at their back 4 unit. I allude to it. We had a great defensive record when Jason Goodliff was here. We've had a great defensive record since I've been manager, bar one season. But I know how he works. I know how he sets up his teams. You can hear him vocally on the side of the pitch with regards to their units and getting up the pitch. They don't allow gaps across the pitch, and that's why I believe they've got the third best defensive record. I look at them offensively. You've touched on Eastman. He scored a couple of important goals away at Woolstone late on. You touch on Ajiboye, you touch on Bugel. They've got goals across the board, but they get bodies in the box. They're a team that load the box from deep set pieces, wide free kicks. They lock the box, they pick up good seconds. They're a very, very good outfit. Very, very good outfit. And I can imagine they're watching us in our last 3 or 4 and saying the same thing. I honestly believe it's going to be a nice advert for the National League. I believe the BT Sport cameras are there to run a sort of bit of footage on the game, because I can imagine that they see in our defensive record, their goals for record, and thinking it's a tasty little tie. And I can assume they're talking about the likes of Tyrone Marsh, Junior Mirais, Cabs, Kears, Gus, Kane, Zane, our back 3 just as much as we're addressing theirs.
So you talk about that, and focus really is on ourselves to continue that run that we've been on of late. Obviously a great December and you win Manager of the Month. January probably a little bit indifferent, but we've started February really in form, and we've got in touch with the playoffs. We was in the playoffs for the first time all season, following the victory last weekend. And if results go our way this weekend, we could find ourselves back in them.
That's the plan. Listen, I think the indifferent January was a loss against Millwall, a loss against Torquay. We've lost 1 game in the league in our last 10. We've won 6 of them, and 3 draws, which is 21 points from our last 10. That's championship form. That's 2 points a game. So I don't think it was as doom and gloom as the January month, but possibly because we had such a good December. We've kick-started our league campaign with 2 great wins against Weymouth and then Maidenhead, which has propelled us up the level. And like you said, we're in touch with the playoffs now, and that's something that we've addressed and we want to get fully involved in this year. We want to come the end of the season, we want to be in them top 7 to have another opportunity of getting into the EFL. It's a known fact. That's what the standards that we set. That's the admiration we have for trying to get into the EFL, and we'll do anything we can to ensure that that's the case.
How important is it for us, if we're going to get into those playoffs, that we go and take points off of our rivals in respect to that playoff charge? We've taken a point off of Torquay at Plainmoor. We took 3 points from Hartlepool. We took a point at Stockport County, and we took 3 points against Notts County. How important is we continue that form? Yeah,
listen, our form against the top sides is incredible. Our form away from home is incredible. It's something that we've spoken about. Why can't we flip that with regards to our home record in terms of the Altrinchams, the Eastleighs, the Dagenhams? So yeah, getting the 3 points from Hartlepool, Notts County, the big point at Torquay, the big point at Stockport, it bodes well for us. And I'm not saying that gives us any God-given right to ensure that we go and get a win on Saturday, but we're in a good place. We've had a good week. Unfortunately, the game against Weymouth got called off, but we've prepared properly as we do. We've spoke about their strengths, which they have many. We spoke about their weaknesses, which I believe they have some, and that's something that we need to ensure that we're right on. If we can nullify their strengths to an extent and we play our game, which I'm going to ask our group to do, it's a nice surface down there. We train on a 4G and they play on a 4G. Our record in the National League on a 4G is very productive, so that doesn't fear me in terms of going down to Gander Green Lane. But we go there full of confidence. We've won our last 2. We've lost 1 in 10. We know that it's going to be a very good test against Sutton. And like you said, for us to ensure where we want to get to as a group of players, a staff, a club, we need to go and pick up 3 points against our rivals.